It's November 10th, an abnormally warm day in Chicago. In the summer, I could not fit into these shorts, but thanks to fasting, I was able to wear these shorts in November. So, I just left Starbucks. Here's my boyfriend. He had a venti with a what?
A venti with a what?
With some foam on top.
I got creative. I got a blonde roast, 2 shots with foam on top.
Hoity-toity, I just got a dark roast coffee. Anyways, I know what you're thinking. April's going to be... Yeah, and look, Christmas cups already carry the Mary. And you know what they left out? I know what you're already thinking. You're thinking, this girl is going to complain that they took the, Christ out of Christmas. No, I'm not. Okay? No, Christ is still in Christmas. I would just wish they would put Christ back in some Christians. What I'm going to complain about is, you know what? Where are the Hanukkah cups? Okay? My boyfriend's Jewish, okay? And I want some Hanukkah cups. Starbucks, get on it. You keep the Christmas cups. I like them, but include some Hanukkah cups. I love the color blue. In fact, I think I have a gray yellow top, but I love blue. So please, Hanukkah cups. Gray is part of Hanukkah color, right? You think? I don't know. Anyways, just Hanukkah cups. Thank you. Just received this book in the mail. I cannot wait to start reading it. So here I am on my non-lunch lunch, drinking my decaf Americano. It's not even Thanksgiving, another holiday cup. I'm not going to complain because it's very pretty. A lot of you may know that I suffered from binge eating. And I realized that was a symptom of a deeper problem. I am a sugar and grain addict. I would eat and eat and eat all day long until I got sick. And I just got this book. I'm part of Sugar Bomb in Your Brain, a Facebook group, where I came in contact with David Wolf. And I listened to a podcast actually from him, and that's what led me to the Facebook group. And I got his book called The Fix for Cravings. I have just started it, and already it's really good. I wish I'd read this book last year, 2 years. I don't even know when it came out, but let me read some of the questions in here. Are you a food addict? 1. Have you ever wanted to stop eating and found you just couldn't? Yes. Do you think about food or your weight constantly? Yes. Do you find yourself attempting one diet or food plan after another with no lasting success? I have, although right now I'm succeeding with carnivore. I have done it all in the past. Do you binge and then get rid of the binge through vomiting, exercise, laxatives, or another form of purging? Through exercise? Yes. Do you eat differently in private than you do in front of people? Oh, yes, I have. People used to say, oh, you're skinny, and because they didn't see how much I would eat. I would eat a box of donuts by myself. And I'm not just talking like 6. I can eat a dozen. Do you eat to escape your feelings? Yes. Do you eat when you're not hungry? Yes. Have you ever discarded food only to retrieve it and eat it later? Yes, I've dug food out of the garbage, like a homeless person. Have you ever stolen other people's food? Actually, I have. Not at my current job or anything, but a couple of years ago, I actually was hungry. I was working a Saturday, and I had no food, and I knew one of my coworkers kept cereal in her desk, and I ate it. I felt really guilty about that. Do you fast or severely restrict your food intake? Okay, I am a faster, and I use that to help extinguish my cravings. But I used to severely restrict my food intake. I don't do it now. When I break my fast, I don't restrict, but I used to. Have you ever hidden food to make sure you have enough? Yes. I have. Do you obsessively calculate the calories you've burned against the calories you have eaten? I used to do that in the past. Not that long ago. Do you frequently feel guilty or ashamed about what you've eaten? Yes, I definitely have. Especially recently during COVID times when I just couldn't stop eating sugar. Do you feel hopeless about your relationship with food? I don't anymore, now that I went back to carnivore, but I did. It was a big struggle for me. So am I a food addict? I answered yes to all those questions. Some of them I can answer no to now, but it was only recently when I said yes. So, yes. And if you can answer yes, what is it? If you answered yes to more than 3 of the questions. So even there's like over a dozen questions here, and I answered yes to almost all of them. Presently, there are 3 or 4 that I don't. So, am I a food addict? Yes. It's November 11th. Happy Veterans Day. And here's a picture of me in my Army uniform back in the day. Sometimes I just come to the bakery and look at the cakes. I don't even eat them anymore. It's because I'm an addict. On days that I struggle, I like to listen to podcasts, YouTube videos, with people who are facing the same struggles and addictions. Make no mistake, sugar really is an addiction. I am posting 2 links to videos below that really helped me today. As you can see, I went to get my decaf Americano, and I try to avoid the pastry case in there, but I just went over there to look. Why? I knew that's not what I'm there to go get. I'm there to get a decaf coffee, but I still went over there. Like, would a drug addict go to the corner and just watch the drug dealers, or an alcoholic who's recovering go to a bar? There I am, going to look at the pastry case for things that I just cannot eat. People are starting to bring more treats, and I think it's because of Thanksgiving. I'm hearing a lot of Thanksgiving talk. What are you making? Blah, blah, blah. And it's just getting to me, and I'm really nervous about Thanksgiving. Can I stick to carnivore? And I don't want to be the one that ruins events and is socially isolating. I'm going to take part in eating lots of turkey, and I may even eat some veggies, but I'm afraid of being around pie, the breads. Even a little bit of me is afraid to eat the vegetables, because I know there might be other things in the vegetables. I'm not even worried about the health, oh, there might be some seed oil in the sauteed green beans, okay. I'm just worried there might be something sweet in them that will actually make me crave other things. Because some people do that during Thanksgiving, even with veggies. They'll sweeten it up. So yes, I'm nervous. It makes me anxious about it. But listening to those 2 YouTube videos that I'm going to link below helped. It's about sugar addiction. There was one I listened to, it was Piece of Keto, and they were talking about even keto cake, keto sweets can make you want the real thing. And I've had loved ones, friends, family say, hey, this is keto, or this is made with honey, not sugar. Oh. I used to work in a methadone clinic as a nurse, and you would instead of these patients using heroin, you would give them methadone to help with their addiction. The thing is, okay, heroin, sugar, methadone, keto sweets. If someone overdosed on methadone, if they drank a pint of methadone, okay, that is still not good. They would have to go to the hospital. There was one time I ate about 24 keto bombs that I had made. It was a long time ago. And I felt sick to my stomach after eating all those keto bombs. And eventually it made me want the real thing. It made me want the real thing at the first bite. I had to give up all of that artificial sweetener stuff. They also mention about people being on carnivore and doing it to abstain. I'm not doing it to abstain from sugar. I really am not doing carnivore for the health benefits. That's a side effect. I'm doing it to keep my sobriety from sugar. I used to feel like a fail before as a carnivore because I would hear about all these people being able to lift so heavy. I PR'd my deadlift on carnivore. Carnivore actually made me feel a little bit weak. I was strength training 2 sports at the time, kettlebell sport and Olympic lifting, and I just couldn't do it with carnivore. I can do kettlebells now, but not with Olympic lifting. I can do it now on carnivore and keep my sobriety, but I couldn't keep my sobriety doing 2 sports and carnivore. I had to let something go. This year, I'm pushing Olympic lifting to the back burner. And although I am running, I'm not the fastest runner. And I'm doing that for fun and just for a challenge, but it's not nearly as intense as my Olympic lifting training was. And I'm not training as many days. My training pretty much has been cut in half, and I feel so much better. And carnivore is serving me well for the purpose of my sobriety. I never wanted to do carnivore to increase my performance. Maybe for some people it happens, for me it doesn't. But it's helping me with my sobriety, and that's why I'm doing carnivore. Maybe I'll never be the strongest lifter, but I'm an okay lifter, and I'm happy with that. Because my goal with carnivore was to stay away from sugar, and I am. Okay, so I'm about hour 46 fasted. I just finished my workout of phase 2 visual impact kettlebells from Chris Lopez and Rusty Moore. The link will be below if you're interested in the program. So phase 2, I'm going to show you the workout I did today. Well, a snippet of it. It's 25 minutes, and it's 1-arm swings, snatches, and overhead lunge. And here I go. Now from a different angle. Minutes. If you are interested in a lean physique, I highly recommend it. So check out the link below in the description. Bye-bye now. Finished my training, and now it's time to eat. Made it past 45 hours at 46 hours and 59 minutes. And what do I have to eat today? Carnivore, of course. Liver and eggs, lamb heart gizzards and salmon, and pork liverwurst. Why do I eat this way? Because it's the way for me to avoid drugs. My drug is sugar. Last fast that I did, previous, it was easy to just go past a cupcake shop and I wasn't tempted at all. This week was a little bit harder, but I'm glad I have these pictures. Who doesn't love a great before and after? But these befores remind me the detrimental effects that sugar and grains have had on me. I need to keep my memory fresh. I can't compare myself to other people, just compare myself to the past. Remember, abstinence is key for me.